Ah, nice and cozy. Well, greetings everyone. Yes, here I am once again. So, very briefly, the lighting setup for today is it's similar to one I've done already. It's a butterfly lighting effect. It's directly in front of me, pointing down, creating that little shadow. The only thing different today is that I'm using a different color temperature. I'm using something closer to a tungsten setting. It's got a little bit more white, bright light, daylight added to it, so it's not completely tungsten, but the color temperature is more towards the tungsten flavor. So that's it. Everything else is probably exactly the same for this week, and I think next week I'll probably start experimenting a little bit more with lenses and such. So or filters, something like that. So anyway, one thing I would like to clear up right away is that there seems to be a hotly dispute about the color of the sweater I have on right now. It's in fact blue, and for some reason, I don't know if you can. I mean, can you see the sleeves and stuff? I mean, some people, although this color light could be doing something to it, but some people think that it's purple. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's bad eyes. I don't know. But I mean, I clearly wouldn't buy something purple. This is a blue sweater. So anyway, I just wanted to clear that up once and for all. And yeah, I think it's settled. So I suppose yesterday I was talking a little bit about the web series that I had planned, and I was looking at my script that I had written for it, and I noticed like a lot of different locations. Some of them are probably going to be pretty easy, but I had written for a scene on a bus. But that probably would be a little bit tricky. So I was starting to think about that and how I could accomplish that. I'm thinking about just riding on a bus and sneaking cameras on board, but I don't know how that would fly. But now I'm thinking that maybe I should write a different episode for the first one, so with filming locations that won't be as challenging. So anyway, I mean that's kind of the thought on it. But anyway, I guess work, which I just finished. It was Fat Tuesday, so Mardi Gras must be in full swing right now. But that means that Ash Wednesday is coming up very soon too. Well, anyway, about work, I had one of those things where, did you ever have a friend, a good friend that actually had left, for purposes of just moving to another state to start over, a new job, getting married, that whole kind of thing. Well, I had been thinking about that lately because it actually just happened to me a couple, the last couple of days, and it's one of those things, and I don't know how many people out there have actually experienced this, but I mean, I've been going through this kind of thing since high school. I mean, ever since I remember having a good friend. I've always been like the one, single friend where you kind of like do a lot with, you kind of spend most of the time with. You hang around in groups, but I always had that one like that I was always really close to, and they just really never seem to last. I don't know what it is. We just grow apart. I mean, like, this is after years of spending time together, and it's male and female. But yeah, since high school I remember having like close friends, and a lot of people picked up and moved away. Sometimes we just kind of moved on to other friends because we had more in common, or it's hard to explain, but it's just one of those things where you think back a little bit to all the friendships that you had, and I mean, they're all different, they're all unique, and they're all great in their way and in their time, and it becomes kind of sad, like to lose somebody, especially somebody who you become a part of your life. And I think we all have those days where the time is very specific. I mean, we know a certain thing is going to happen at a certain time of day, or at least I think a lot of people do. But you kind of you look forward to some of those times, and then some of those ones you kind of dread. Well, for me anyway, I had this one particular time of day where this friend of mine would come in, and it was something I really looked forward to every day. And when you don't have it anymore, you kind of you kind of start to miss it. But anyway, so once that's kind of removed, I mean, you really want to wish the best for your friend. I mean, like, you just want them to be happy and have a happy life and better themselves. I mean, like with their occupation or with their, with their lives. But, at the same time, you still feel that, that little selfishness where, I don't really want you to go. I want you to stay here and be my friend. But, as often as that happens, I mean, I'm sure it's easier when you as you get older, but I don't know. I guess I'm really kind of used to it thinking back now, because it's just you just kind of accept it as a fact of life. Like, the friends just come and go, and sometimes you lose some, and sometimes you get some. I guess it's all kind of nice. I mean, theater is very similar to that, because you wind up spending so much of your lives with somebody. You get together for a production, and most of the people you don't really know that well, or sometimes some people you don't know very well, depending on the situation. But you kind of you don't know somebody, and then over this intensive 3-month period, 2 months, 3-month period, or however long your rehearsal can last, depending on the theater group, you really become emotionally attached and involved with these people's lives, and you become very close. And after you go through something with performing, you feel a strong bond, and afterwards they kind of disappear, or things like aren't quite like the way they used to be. But I mean, it's okay, because you don't, I mean, like, the next production you might get involved with, like, they'll be right there again. So it's kind of a unique thing, and I guess it's a thing that I was just thinking about, just because I felt the loss of a friend, over the last day or so. So anyway, I brought up there was Ash Wednesday coming up. That means we all have to give up something. Of course, those who aren't religious are probably not thinking along that line, but I think it's always good to kind of have respect for whoever is in your life, or like whatever beliefs that they want to have. And giving up something it's good for everybody. I mean, I think it just kind of keeps you grounded in not taking for granted what you actually have in your life. So I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I hadn't really thought about what I would give up, but I mean, there's obviously a lot of things I could. But I had been thinking that I haven't had sex for quite a while, so therefore maybe I could, going back retroactively, I could use that for my 40 days, because it's been a lot longer than 40 days. I'm not sure why I just shared that. I suppose I could edit it out. But why? What fun would that be, right? Yeah, I guess I'll let you enjoy that little tidbit of my life. Anyway, I think that's all I've got to say for today, which is quite enough, I think. So until the next time, I hope you all have given up something as good as I have. Take care.